Hey everyone, it's Sarah and Natalie with you on Two Women Talking, and basically the point of these calls is to help women keep life simple. And today's topic is a great one, I think, because it's already making me think. It's when do you feel most beautiful? But before we get into that, Natalie, would you like to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. So my name is Natalie Stratton. I am the founder and creator of Create a Beautiful Life. I do destination retreats for women, as well as I do one-on-one coaching, and I'm privileged to be the mother of three amazing kids. And you can check me out on my website, nataliestratton.com, if you want to know more about what I'm all about.
Excellent. And I'm Sarah DeCiccio. I'm a certified holistic health coach, and my jam is gut health. So if you're having problems with your health in any ways, you can check out my website to learn more about me at www.findingyourwellspot.com. So interesting question today, Natalie. When do you feel most beautiful? And I'm already thinking about this, and I'm not quite sure when I feel most beautiful.
So, I know it's a great question, and I think that's I'm happy that you're having the response you're having, because then it tells me it's a good question, because it's not something as women we often think about. We definitely go to comparing when we see beauty, say on TV or around us when we're in a public social gathering. We're always comparing ourselves unconsciously. That's my assumption anyways. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody out there that has the superpower not to do that. But as women, we're all about different standards, and who has the nicest hair, who what is beauty to you. I think that's even more important, the question. What is, when do you feel most beautiful, and what does beauty mean to you? So Sarah, why don't we just have a conversation and just maybe process this a little bit and see if it doesn't help other people bring up their stuff to look at and decide what's right for them.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? And I do think about beauty in a different way now that I do more personal development and I'm maturing and becoming, especially because I am a mother of a young girl, I don't want her to feel like being beautiful on the outside is the only important thing. There's some really gorgeous people that are super ugly inside. You know what I mean? So yes, even when I'm thinking more about when do I feel beautiful when I feel like I'm on purpose in life, that I'm helping others. I do feel good, because when I get that great feedback, that makes me just feel strong and like I'm on the right path, and that's what gives me confidence. And I guess when you feel that confidence, then you feel more beautiful or more comfortable in your own skin. Whereas before, like, there are times that you can get all dolled up, and it doesn't even matter. Like, my husband's super sweet. I was just having a conversation not that long ago with a few girls, and they're like, I wish my husband would just say, like, oh, you look beautiful. And they'll say something like, because maybe it's embarrassing for them, they'll be like, oh yeah, you look good, or it doesn't seem as authentic. And like, my husband will even say that, oh, you look so beautiful, or oh, kids, doesn't your mother look so beautiful? And I'll be like, oh, stop, don't say that, like, you're making me feel weird and uncomfortable. Which is funny, because some women really crave that, and I get that sometimes, and I'm like, oh, don't say that to me, because that makes me feel weird. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder how many people can identify with that. So first of all, I would say to that, so that's a giving and receiving issue that you probably would be healthy to look at and go, okay, why is it that I resist receiving that? What is it that makes me uncomfortable? And just kind of go through, when you get some quiet time, just layer that and ask yourself a few questions around that, because ultimately what you're teaching your little girl is to push away a compliment. Right? Not to receive. It's better to give than to receive. But the truth is, for a healthy relationship to be healthy, there needs to be equal balance of giving and receiving. So when your husband does that, you're going to have to push through that uncomfortableness and go, thank you. I received that. And that's a great practice, actually. As much as, inside you're like, but, just start a new behavior, start trying on this new feeling, this new behavior, because that's ultimately what it's going to take. It's you're going to act your way into the new feeling, into the new comfort zone. Basically, you're going to create a new comfort zone. So yeah, that's, who knows where that comes from, but it's just, that's good that you see it. That's the gift, right? You get to see it. So beauty, I think, I love what you said for sure around on purpose. I think that's very, very true for most women. When we're behaving or acting on purpose, it's hard not to feel your power, because that's really what we're talking about, right? Beauty is, there's a sense of power. You're right, there are beautiful people, but they're pretty empty inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, it's like, there's a lot of wealthy people that are actually really poor. You know, beauty is something that comes definitely, it originates in the inside. It starts in what you tell yourself. Beauty begins with how you treat yourself, what you say to yourself. It begins with how you forgive yourself. It begins how you forgive others. It's how you receive. I mean, beauty is really being congruent with yourself, feeling aligned with who you are. Knowing yourself is beauty. I think that's true beauty. When a woman really knows who she is, she's unstoppable. She's so on purpose and in her power that you just know it. You just feel it. You know, I've been around many groups of women over the years, and to me, the most powerful woman isn't the one that needs to prove anything to anybody. She just is. She just knows who she is. She's not necessarily wearing the most expensive clothing. She doesn't have the perfect hairdo, the perfect nails, any of that. You can just see her beauty from within just because she's so content and so happy. So for me, I feel most like that when my 3 kids are around me, or my 2 kids are around me. That's when I feel most beautiful.
Yeah. And I just want to touch on that, because I love how you're saying that what true beauty is. So isn't it interesting that our culture today is so like focused on the perfect hair and like eyelashes and nails and perfect clothes, mm-hmm. and like I know people that say, I rather not eat for the week and actually buy this new outfit, which kind of like throws me back, right? Because I'm all about But yeah, so what is it about our culture then for the young ones that we're so focused on materialistic things? And I'm not saying everyone, but I really feel like that's what the advertising is showing. Social media is very much like that. We get this distorted, vision of what beauty might actually be. So how can if somebody is stuck in that mindset, how would they pull themselves out?
Okay, I would suggest somebody that's really finding themselves caught up in having to have the right this, have the right that, have, everything just so, to ask themselves, obviously they're looking out there, they're looking outside of themselves. She is looking outside of herself to see how to fit in better. I would think that would be probably the biggest thing, is to be seen, be heard, right? Those are really high needs of us, mm-hmm. Especially as women. That's why you see so many selfies now. Like I'll go on, my daughter was showing me an Instagram account the other day of a girl, and it was just all her, all beautiful pictures. I'm sure she's had some ugly pictures, but she would never post, or not less than flattering, let me reframe that, pictures, but she didn't post those. And it's like, she wants everybody to see her a certain way. So if you want everybody to see you a certain way, then I would suggest looking at that, because that's not a confident place to come from necessarily. If I only feel confident when my eyelashes are done, my hair is done, and I know when I feel small about myself, because my hair could be a mess. I like my eyelashes, but I'm a no makeup girl, so I'm all about efficiency. So I love having my eyelashes done. Don't do my nails, but those are things that make you feel good. You're not doing it for outside purpose. Then you're in line. You're congruent with yourself. That's my belief, anyways. But if you're having to, if you have to go outside of yourself, then you might be in some trouble there. You might want to look at that and do some work around that. And if anybody wants to connect with me personally, please feel free to do that. If this is bringing up some stuff for you, not necessarily saying I'm the right person for you, but maybe there's somebody in your world that you could talk to, that, because I think it's the older generation. When you look at, this young generation now, they are very, they're their own, the millennials are their own, they beat to their own drum. My mom was my role model. Whitney looks at me and she's got a whole different definition going on. You know what I mean? So there's a gap for sure from generations. So I think that's another thing we could have a whole nother conversation on for sure. But I guess the walk away question is, when do you feel most beautiful? And then really ask yourself, what is beauty to you? And sit with that. Women, I invite you to really sit with that, and write your comments below. I don't know, Sarah, did I answer your question?
Yeah, you did. And I love it, because I know that not everyone comes from a superficial way of like, if I like makeup, it doesn't mean I'm doing it for someone else, because I just like even when I went into labor with my second child, I wanted mascara on my eyelashes before I went and pushed out a baby. And it wasn't good for labor. I just wanted eyelashes before I pushed out my second kid. And my husband—
That's awesome.
And I think back to it, I'm like, wow, like how crazy is that? I'm in labor, I'm putting on mascara before I go to the hospital. But it wasn't about having a whole pile of makeup on. I just wanted to have eyelashes for my second child to come out, because my eyelashes are very light. But anyways, it was a great subject. Even when you are in line, it's very, sometimes you might fall back into old habits. So it's great to like revisit that question. So if it is a step for you, I highly recommend reaching out to Natalie. Like, we have so many great conversations about this. So I'm so lucky and grateful that I have you like as my business partner, so I can bounce these kind of things off of you. But
likewise,
everyone, then goodbye.
Bye, everyone.